In this video, we're going to be graphing a parabola of the form y is equal to a times x minus h squared plus k. It's also known as vertex form of a parabola. Okay, so recall that if you have y is equal to x squared, the vertex of that one was 0, 0. Okay, we've graphed that one in other videos. Okay, so that's just the graph that looks like this. It's in the middle, just a regular looking parabola, and this right there is the vertex. Okay, so right there in the middle. Now, if you have transformations and it's like this, your vertex on this would actually be h comma k. Remember, when you transform these, move it left to right, it's the opposite sign in here, right? It goes left and right and it's opposite of the sign. And this is up and down and it's the same as the sign. Okay, so let's try one of these problems. So it says to graph, identify whether or not it's opening up or down, smiley face or frowny face. We'll identify A, that's the number out front, right? This number out here. And if there's not a number, then we'll just say it's 1. Even if there's not a number and there's a negative sign, that would be -1. Okay, so we'll identify our A, and then we'll start at the vertex, and then we'll move over 1, up or down 1A, and then move over 1, up or down 3A. All right, let's try it on this. Our first problem here, what is our A? What's the number out front right here? So there's no number, but there is a negative sign. So our A is equal to -1, okay? Which means our 3A is equal to -3, okay? So that takes care of that. And then we've got, what does this shift do? This -2 in the middle, recall it goes opposite of the sign, it goes left and right. So this one would go right 2, and this one would go down 2, or 6, excuse me, down 6. Okay, so right 2, down 6. Let's go put that on the graph. Right 2, down 6 would be here. There's your vertex. Okay, now the other way you could have done it was just use what I said earlier. The vertex is going to be h and k. You got to change the sign of that one in there, but you don't change the sign of this one, right? So here's our h. Change the sign. It would be a 2. Leave this one alone. It would be a -6. So 2, -6. That's the easier way to find it. All right. So we found our vertex. Is this one going to open up or down? That depends on if your A is positive or negative. This one's negative, so we will write a frowny face on this one to show that it's opening downward because it's got this negative sitting out front, right? Okay, so let's follow the directions. We start at the vertex, which is here. We move over 1, and that means left and right. So let's go right first. We move over 1, and then up or down A. A is negative, so we go over 1, down 1. Do the same from the other side, over 1, down 1. Okay, that's 3 points, which is enough to have a parabola, but let's get some more. It says then that last step is to move over again, but this time move up or down 3A. Okay, so we move over 1 again and go down 3, 1, 2, 3, and then over 1, 1, 2, 3. Okay, and the parabola is right there. Okay, let's try the next one. Okay, so first, what is our A? This number right here, that's a -3. What is our 3A? That would be 3 times this, which would be -9. Okay, frowny face or happy face? Is it opening up or down? Well, there's a negative out front, right? So that one's going to be a frowny face again, so it's opening down. Okay, and where's our vertex? Do we want to count it or do we want to use the formula? I prefer to use the formula. So remember, it's h and k, but it's opposite of the sign in here, and it's the same as the sign out there. Okay, so it would be -4, +2. That would be our vertex. So -4, stick that in purple. -4 and +2 is our vertex. And you can do that by doing shifts as well, right? So what's direction and how much would this shift? Well, it's opposite of sign, so it would shift it left 4. And this one is the same as the sign, so it would go up 2. So left 4, up 2. So it's the same vertex. All right, now let's graph. So we move over 1 both directions, and then we're going to move negative 3. So over 1, down 3, over 1, down 3. And then we're going to move over 1 again and down 9. So that's going to be all the way down here and all the way down here. Got to count 9 there. All right, so this parabola looks like this. Okay, let's do one last one of these. So on this one, what is our A? A is 2. What is our 3A? 6. 3 times 2, right? Frowny face or happy face? This one's going to be a happy face. Okay, because it's positive out front. And my vertex? Let's write our vertex. So opposite of this sign, so negative 2. Same as this sign, negative 4. Okay, so we go negative 2, negative 4. Could also do the shifts. Remember, if it's plus 2, that actually means shift left 2. And this would be down 4. So left 2, down 4, left 2, down 4. We get the same thing. Okay, so let's finish up graphing this thing. It says move over 1, and then since A is positive, I'll be moving up 2, over 1, up 2. That takes care of those. Now let's do the over 1, up 6. Over 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 6. Okay, so our parabola would look something along the lines of this.